What it do, good people? This your boy Smooth from GFT Radio. Welcome to another episode of the Fans Perspective. Dame should be joining us any minute now, but for now, we got my handsome self on here. We're gonna run through a few topics tonight. We're gonna keep y'all along. One of the first topics, I'm gonna talk about until Dame get here. I want to talk about Paul Pierce, the Paul Pierce situation with ESPN. Exactly. He was fired on his day off because what's going on, Joy? How you doing, beautiful? Paul. Oh, okay. There you go.
Sorry about that.
I ain't mad at you, baby. Introduce yourself.
Yo, I'm the 1/4 of the member of the GFT podcast.
What's
Hey,
going
Joy.
on? Hey, Joy. So I was getting started. I had jumped right into it, brother, to keep it honest with you. Because I wanted to talk about Paul Pierce.
What do you do? Ain't like he got fired from his job on his day off, was it?
Yeah, he got fired. Definitely got fired. Pulled the Craig. But I have a severe issue with that though. You feel me? Because I seen the video and the IG live he posted, and he was at his home playing poker. I guess they had some strippers over there. He didn't show nothing explicit as far as sexually. There wasn't nobody naked or nothing. They had their outfits was nothing you see if you see somebody walking on the beach. You know
On the
what I mean?
commercial.
On a commercial. You feel me? That we see every day. Now he was smoking weed. He smoked some Mary Jane, but Mary Jane legal everywhere. You know what I mean? Most of these execs on all types of drugs. Anyway, much harsher than that. And he was just having a good time. And for him, exactly, Joy, that was some BS. For him to get fired because, the parent company at ESPN is Disney. My thing is like it's so hypocritical when you can run through a bunch of Disney characters that was racist or had racist undertones. You know what I mean? So like if you really want to get that deep with it, but I just don't feel like he deserved that, and I wonder if it was planned by him. Because it seemed like he already had some offers lined up.
I'm either here or there with it because you know what? This is a free country, freedom of speech.
So-called.
So-called. Yeah, he has the freedom to do that, but it's repercussions for everything you do out there. He knew who he was working for. They probably have strict guidelines on what you do, on what you say, how you present yourself for the company.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, they've done far worse and supported far worse than what Paul Pierce had actually put out there. So, but Paul Pierce, I believe he just did that maybe just to push it, give him a little push. Like, hey, y'all don't want me here, so I'm gonna put this out there for y'all to get rid of me.
Yeah, because he released it.
He's never done that before, ever. He has never really put anything out there like that. For him to just go 180 all of a sudden, like, whoa, what?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I would say, I think they was probably his contract was coming to an end or ended, and they was in negotiations. And he probably just didn't like the way the negotiations was going. He's probably like, man, to hell with it. But like you said, understand he represents the company. But I still, when you look at the video, there's nothing you could say in that video that was explicit. I agree, Joy. He could sue. Now, I mean, nothing in there was explicit. Nothing in there had any racially undertones. Like he wasn't offending nobody, bro. He wasn't offending nobody. And like I said, it was during his day off. So, like, man, let people enjoy themselves, man. Let people enjoy themselves.
That's too much like right. That's too much like right. Let people enjoy themselves on a pandemic. Nah, no, you got to have your suit buttoned all the way up in 90-degree weather. Nope.
Yeah, man, like it's tough out there. It's tough. Now, on a similar topic, uh, me and Willie was talking pre-show. He said you and him was debating this the other day, I believe, or him and somebody, KD and Michael Rapaport.
Oh yeah, I talked about that. Yeah, yeah.
Now, now, I want to hear your views on it before I go. I want to hear your views on
Listen, everybody know KD is a very sensitive individual, and he can dish it, but he can't take it.
it. Mm-hmm.
Now, I do have my opinion on Michael Rapaport putting it out there like that. Like I feel that he didn't have to go that far. But
You right, Joy. Trump was and was proud to admit it too, and they ain't try to impeach him or get him out of there.
no, they supported him.
Exactly.
No, but I don't know. It's like KD, just shut up. This is the first time I tell you, shut up and just play ball. Just,
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I think
because it's hypocritical for him to say, yeah, I'm sorry that he had people hear him use language like that. I do believe him when he said that part, but stop using that type of language if you don't want nobody to know, what you do out there. The stuff you do in the dark will come in the light. Somebody could hack his phone, like, oh, I didn't do that. Anyway, if you don't want stuff to come out, don't do it.
exactly.
Or don't put it out there for you to, like, do it in person where it can't be traced.
Exactly. I'm definitely not with the inbox tough guy in the inbox routine.
Yeah.
I don't respect the fact that Michael Rapaport actually released those DMs for the world to see.
That's
And
true.
he was on early in the week. He was on Undisputed crying. Like, man, miss me with that, man. Miss me with that. All this time, the man gets on there because I followed him on Twitter. He gets on there, he disrespects all these athletes, call them all out their name, making these videos. Then when they respond, and then you think people gonna be on your side, and you get backlash for some of the things you did. Now you want to go full white woman. You feel me? He went full white crying. He went full Karen. Michael Rappaport went full Karen. Now I mean, like I really couldn't respect it. Now as far as KD, like you said, I ain't with the tough talk. You got something to say it to him in person. First of all. Thirdly, I mean, like Willie said, he was over the top. I really don't agree with all the I really don't think he was being homophobic and all that. I don't agree with that. But just the language and the disrespect period was over the top and extra. So you know, I don't understand why the NBA they finding $50,000 for something that didn't even happen on the court between two individuals. You know what I mean? But like
That's what happens again. The freedom of speech comes in, and you're a representative of a corporation who you puts a black ball or a black guy on a corporation or NBA of, hey, they're housing and they're allowing homophobic stuff to come out on the airwaves.
mm-hmm.
No, it wasn't on the airwaves. It was in between two people in a personal battle that came out. That should have been left alone. They should have like AKD warning. Don't let this happen again. So something $50,000 for a personal battle. That means y'all have to get into everybody else's personal beefs and what happened to a couple of Knicks players who got arrested for carrying guns or nightclub. James Harden.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't look good going to strip clubs. What does that say about family organization? You go into a strip club every city you go.
Facts. He ain't lose his job over that. You know what I mean?
You'll get fined every time you go to a strip club.
You feel me? They trying to push him to get the MVP. You feel me? So
So your MVP is a basically a guy who's a lush and go to strip clubs. Gotcha. But I got
hey,
a personal battle with a comedian, and next thing you know, I'm getting fined. Okay.
yeah, nothing to do with nothing on the court. But you know, I think both of them was in the wrong. I mean, like KD should know better. Uh, like he make too much money, too much money. Leave that nonsense alone. You don't got no reason to be out here trying to act tough.
He
Talk about
too
you want to
thin.
meet up. Talk about you want to meet up with somebody. Like, dude, you was just using a burner account. Relax. You know what I mean? Relax. It's like relax. Simmer down. Simmer down. You feel me? Simmer down. All right. But let's go. Let's move on.
Okay.
Okay. I wanted to talk about another beef, another sports beef. Now, remember last week? Well, not last week, but last episode. You know, first two episodes we was doing women appreciation. We spoke about Renee Montgomery. We talked about the WNBA. We talked about a few things. A few things. Now, Draymond Green
Why?
recently came out and he had some comments about because they were still now this is my issue. Nobody talks about they posted a NBA player. I believe it was Cody Zeller. They posted a picture of him.
Right.
And it was like he makes 15 million a year. Meanwhile, the whole WNBA salaries don't know to add up to that blase block. You feel me? Like I'm getting tired of those comparisons. I hate when WNBA players make those comparisons because nobody really gets on them about that when they talk about the pay. Like, why y'all diminish that man? You know what I mean? Why y'all bring him into y'all issues with the execs? You feel me? Y'all supposed to be the men and the women supposed to be collaborating together as the athletes to go against the execs to get more money. But instead, y'all antagonize each other. Now, Draymond Green came out and he made some comments. It's like instead of always comparing the wages and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Why won't y'all talk to the like I just said, go at the execs, ask them why they ain't promoting y'all right. Why y'all ain't uh get more of y'all stories out there to the public, sell y'all stories. You know, he was really it wasn't him being antagonistic. It was him trying to be helpful in his way. Uh they took it the wrong way. You know, Sue Bird, who's a she just won a championship with the Seattle Storm. Uh, her wife, Rapinoe, the star soccer player on the women's team, or what have you, came. She responded to Draymond and told basically with a antagonistic, and it was mean. It was called him out his name, called him an ass. You feel me? It was another black woman. She was an exec for one of these teams. You feel me? She responded like, why is it always we gotta fight? Well, as women, we gotta as a black woman, we gotta jump so many hurdles, and you have other black men making it even harder. And I'm like, wow, why are they taking it so personally, so and being so angry with it when he really, what I mean, was trying to give y'all suggestions. Now maybe he didn't have all his facts in a row. Just correct him. Don't get mad at him. You know what I mean? Because to be quite honest, I was just having to talk with a friend of mine, and we were saying like mostly black men watched it. The WNBA. You feel me? Not many women, black women, white women. Not many of them watch the WNBA. Now I mean, like y'all need to talk to that demographic. Why are y'all so angry at men? That's why I got. That's how I feel about it. You know what I mean? Like, don't be so angry at us, because most of us are the ones who want to help y'all. We support y'all. You feel me? But for y'all to take this and blame men, like I don't agree with that.
Even Stephen A. Smith had something to say about
Draymond.
Draymond's comment. He said he doesn't agree with it. Okay, you can not agree with it, but at the same time, you have to take what he said with a grain of salt and just listen to what he's saying and try to understand where he's coming from. Because he's actually defending one of his brothers, basically, y'all. Because they keep picking on an
Mm-hmm.
individual who make the least amount of money in the NBA and putting his stuff out there. He's just minding his business. Um, where they need to, like you said before, come together and like, hey, let's make our stuff for us. Let's make our money for us, and stop attacking the lowest paid player in the NBA in his average, and try to make compensation for that. Just make your own compensation, make your own money, make your own wage, make your own worth.
Out of that man pocket.
Right.
Out of that man pockets. At the end of the day, the NBA been around for like 70 something years. The NBA just started making like real money in the past probably 15.
Since David Stern took over,
But
he
not even
took it.
that. You got to think David Stern took over in the 80s, the early
Yeah.
80s. Mike MJ the greatest player ever in a lot of people's eyes, the most popular player ever. Up until 97, 98, he wasn't making no big money off of basketball. Like these
No, he was doing
basketball
his off
players,
endorsements.
yeah, like these basketball players, these NBA players wasn't like super super rich. That didn't start happening till recently to
KG,
till
Glendog
KG.
Robinson, KG and
Yeah,
Glendog Robinson.
yeah. David Stern, he helped globalize the game, and that's what opened it up a lot too. But that like they ain't feel the results of that till late. Till
Right.
late. You know, the women's league, the WNBA been around since
97.
97. This will be their 25th year season. They got all these new nice jerseys and everything. But for them to expect to get more money so early, it's like, come on. Like y'all still got work to put in. Y'all league still got the NBA is subsidizing y'all. I'm an avid watcher of the WNBA, so can't nobody tell me nothing. You feel me? I can have an opinion. You feel me? I watch y'all. But at the end of the day, I don't have no problem. I love the game.
And what's
But
that say
most
above that manner? What's that say above your head?
fans' perspective. The fans' perspective. I just want to read a couple of tweets. There's a started from him tweeting, Draymond Green tweeting. One of his tweets said, "Nobody follows because you have no personal connection. LBJ comes from Akron, a single mom, etc. Where is DT from?" And DT is the initials for Diana Taurasi. Uh, what's her story? You don't know because it's not told. That's what builds viewership, personal attachment. That's why Nike wins. Now, most people pointed out, well, Diana Taurasi been part of Nike for years. You know, it's like y'all can't force people to watch. And I seen that the Stephen A. I seen it on IG when he posted it on IG. His take about Draymond Green, and there was so many people under there that was like, nah, they agree with Draymond. They agree with Draymond. See, but they not gonna put more people on air that say that. Another tweet he put out, he's like, break the mold and change the game. Most importantly, change the business. Call on these companies for support. After all, they are using y'all to push women empowerment, but not helping y'all. They're simply saving face. And that was his biggest point. That was his main point. Like all these companies saying women empowerment, they and they support y'all, but really they just using y'all. Make them put them words to action. That was his point. And they just took it and, you know, and ran with it in a negative way.
The only story you got from Dana Taurasi was that when she won a championship that one year, and she also had some off the full court some battles with her substance abuse issues that she had for a while. That's the only thing. They never really pushed the narrative with some of these women. even when they first started, they
True.
pushed teams together. They pushed the New York Liberty versus the Houston Comets. Other than that, Rebecca Lobo.
Mm-hmm.
Then Cheryl Miller was still out at the time. Not Cheryl Miller. Cheryl Swoops. She was still
Cheryl,
out after she had her kid.
my
After she
favorite.
had her kid, and Cynthia Cooper actually saved the league. Going
Yeah.
4 for 4, going 4 for 4 from the championships.
And think about this. The one thing about Cynthia Cooper, she came. Nobody knew who she was.
Overseas balling.
Yeah, nobody knew who she was. Nobody. The WNBA.
Didn't even know.
Yeah, they didn't even know how good she was. They didn't expect. Cheryl Swoops was the first one picked.
Yep.
You feel me? Nobody knew who Cynthia Cooper
Lisa
was.
Leslie. She was another one.
But now it's the fans' perspective, so I'm gonna go. And we from GFT Grown Folk Talk Radio, so we gonna keep it a buck. Keep it a buck, because I'm about to show you how much I watch the WNBA. Okay, so most of y'all, if y'all watch the WNBA or if y'all follow women's college basketball for years, y'all heard of the name Candace Wiggins. She played for Stanford. She went to the WNBA. I believe she played for Minnesota for a point in time. I think she might even won a title with Minnesota. And she played for a couple other teams, I believe.
The
Now,
Lynx.
yeah, Minnesota Lynx, yeah. Now, she retired, and I remember when she retired, in my opinion, I thought she retired a little early, or I figured injuries might have did her in. But when she retired, I never forget, and she was loud about it. She said she never felt comfortable in the WNBA. She said it was a hostile work environment, because she was like, most of the players in the WNBA are lesbian. You know what I mean? And she was like, she felt like they would try to bully her because she was, she didn't get down like that. She was like, it was highly hostile. She was like, they would call her out of her name, disrespect her. She was like, it was a real hostile. And she's like, nobody really talks about that. Nobody really talks about that. I remember in the league, you had Brittany Griner and Glory Johnson. Glory Johnson used to play for Tennessee Vols. She playing the league now. I forget what team she played for. They was supposed to get married or whatever. They had some volatile situation that happened. Cops was called. Suspensions was handed out. You had another situation to where one of the players shot at her girlfriend car, shot her girlfriend car up. My thing is, I know a reason why because I asked women, a lot of normal women or casual fan basketball women, a woman that's a casual basketball fan that's heterosexual, she don't like watching that. She was like, I'd rather watch. I talked to they rather watch men play. So that's the thing in society, that they have to deal with too. Now, is it right? I'm not saying it's right, but you feel me? That's a part of it. That's a part of it. That's a part of it. A lot of people they just don't want to watch them play because of that. And I'm not saying that's the right thing, but I'm saying it is a thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. I know a lot of people want to see the highlights, the oops,
Mm-hmm.
the dunks, the steals, the blocks, the real grit of how the physicality of how men play. But
Mm-hmm.
women are just as
They're just
vicious,
as
actually.
physical. Yeah,
Just as
if
I
not
mean, it's
more.
not. It's yeah, because they have to use those fundamentals,
Mm-hmm.
footwork, post work, how many times you see a woman actually get called for traveling in a paint because she has to post up versus maybe a dominant center? I'm just going to throw him out there, Shaq. Maybe get called for traveling more so than, or somebody like Andre Drummond, just random center, Dwight Howard. No, because they have the athleticism and those oops and dunks, whatever. Where the women have to actually use this up here to get to where they want to get to.
And that's another thing that they got to get over, though. They got to stop fighting. Like, people want to see that. People get excited by that. Just last month, I believe, on Inside the NBA, or probably was like Tuesday night, because they have TNT Tuesday night NBA.
Right.
With Candace Parker, D Wade, Shaq, and I think Adam Lefkoe. Adam Lefkoe. I believe that's his name. Shaq said, and what I think we mentioned here last episode too, like lower the feet. I mean lower the rim to 9 feet. So now you get them people, the woman on the fast break, because they damn well could dunk on that 9-foot. Because a lot of them could dunk on the 10-foot rim. It's just, in the game when you got other people there trying to do it, it ain't that simple.
Mm-hmm.
But you lower that rim to 9 feet. Now you're gonna start seeing people get 2-hand dunked on. That's what they can do to help bring the excitement, to help bring in that revenue. But it seems like they fighting it. Know what I mean? I think one of their slogans is we play our way. All right, that's cool. I like the way y'all play. That don't mean everybody y'all gonna generate that revenue or that interest. That it don't work like that. It just don't work like that.
Right.
And I do believe these companies could, like ESPN or TNT, they could put them on TV more, put more games out there, play a longer season instead of playing in the summer.
Their season is screwed up because they have the Summer Olympics. That's always on hold. Every 4 years is on hold.
Yeah.
Or every 2 years because you got the
World
basketball, the World Championships. Yep.
Yeah,
So every 2 years. So every 2 years you got to do something with your season.
Exactly. And then like a lot of players, they'll stop and be like, nah, I'm not playing this season because they played so much overseas. Like you like it hurts the game. It hurts the game the way their season is set up. I feel like they should run during the NBA season.
You know what else doesn't help is the NBA had a summer league playing too.
Yeah.
Who wants? I mean, if the NBA would just you want to help these women out, you have to step back just a little bit.
Yeah, but you was just about to say it. Like who? If you ask a lot of basketball people, would they rather watch an NBA Summer League game or a WNBA game? They're gonna choose the NBA Summer League. 9 times
I want to see what
out of
this new
10.
guy got. I want to see what this new guy got. I want to see what this guy out of college going to do.
Exactly. You know what I mean? But them just my thoughts. Just my perspective. We can move on. I want to talk about what you want to talk about. Go ahead.
I think we covered most of it because we got Paul Pierce.
Yeah. Well, we talk about who you had. Did you watch the NCAA Championships, men or the women?
My team got put out by UCLA, and UCLA put up a good fight against the team with no college, Gonzaga, and I mean it's kind of good that they didn't win because if the school doesn't exist, where are they gonna put the plaque at? So no, they got this big thing on Jimmy Kimmel. They trying to find out where Gonzaga's really at because they can't find the school. They can't find nobody that actually went to the school. John Stockton went there, so that's all his jokes basically. Talking about the school, but Baylor, they showed out.
Yeah, they definitely showed up and showed up. I had the Zags winning it. I thought they was just too complete of a basketball team. I thought they could beat you in multiple ways, running, half court, defense. Uh, they ran. Baylor was stronger. They were more physical. It seemed like they wanted it more. You know, a lot of people were saying the Zags was exhausted because of the game prior with UCLA. You know, the instant classic. But you know that's no excuse. That's no excuse. You know what I mean? You're not exhausted. You know what's on the line. Shoot, Baylor just as exhausted as you.
Mm-hmm.
Feel me? Nah, I mean
Same
Baylor just
schedule.
same
Same.
schedule. So, so like you know, I don't want to hear that. And to their credit, the Zags didn't use that as an excuse. That was mainly just people trying to make excuses for them, but they didn't, and that's what matters. They didn't make
Yeah.
that excuse. Uh, I really what shocked me the most wasn't even the men's. Let's go back to the women's. Uh, you know, I was rooting for USC, the University of South Carolina. That's who I was rooting for. Uh, I also thought UConn would be there. I thought that would be the
That shocks me right there.
yeah. I thought Paige was just gonna run through it. I thought she was gonna have one of the greatest freshman years ever.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, they got stopped. They got stopped. The championship game was kind of funny because that one girl at the end of the game for the game winner, you know, she tried to go 1-on-3.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my.
It's like she tried to go 1-on-3, and if you look at the highlight, Stanford won it all. You know, but if you look at the highlight, it's like, yo, it was like three people just wide open, and she just out there, she doing a turnaround three with three people on her. You know,
I'm like, yeah, this is not. No, no.
like that was you know, they would, you know, a lot of people was calling her a ball hog even before that game. I
She,
can't think of,
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if she panicked or what. She,
I think she panicked. I think she panicked. I think she wanted to get a shot off, and when they ran at her, instead of making a play, she she uh she tried to be a hero. She ain't, and
mm-hmm.
you know, and it just ain't. Good night, my baby bothering me while I'm trying to do my show. Nah, man. But yeah, you know, that was a good game though. But I just knew Coach Dawn Staley and the Gamecocks was gonna win it. But nah, it didn't happen. It didn't happen.
No, I was a big fan of her since '96, the USA games.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
dream, the women team went over there and did they had to do.
yeah.
No, that's when I thought. What?
That's what really took them to took the women's game to a new level.
Yeah.
That's what really it was Arizona. She played for Arizona, dude. She played it was Stanford versus Arizona. I don't know why I couldn't think of Arizona. And I still can't think of that girl name. But that was the championship game. But I was always a huge, like you said, since '96. Since '96, I've been a diehard Dawn Staley, and she grew up not too, you know what I mean. She's from Philly, which is right here in the tri-state area. So we heard about her. Nah, I mean early on.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of people. Oh, Spoon, man. I keep hearing all these good stories after she retired. Like when she did went on Area 21 with KG, and
Yeah,
she
yeah,
telling
yeah. I
her, she
seen that
telling her,
episode.
they telling her stories, man. I be all into it, dude. I be loving it, hearing those those classic stories from Spoon. She was a monster. She even got the inaugural season.
Yeah, yeah.
They went to the finals. Spoon went.
She got that.
Rebecca.
Is that when she threw the half court shot? It was
Yep.
one of them years when she threw it from the
That
other.
was
That was one
they
of them
sent it
years.
to. sent to the game 3. Yeah, that was it.
Yep.
But it also reminded me Rebecca Lobo. She did not lose in college.
Mm-mm.
I'm like, wait, what?
Mm-mm.
She had an undefeated streak until she got to the WNBA. You're like, oh nope, that's over.
She played with one of my favorites, Nikisha Sales. She played with Nikisha Sales.
See, I
Then
forgot
you
about
got
Nikisha Sales.
yeah,
Nikki McCrary. Yeah.
Yeah, Nikisha Sales. She would have I remember I think it was her knee. She was about to break the record or get 2,000
Mm-hmm.
points or something, and she got injured. And I'll
Yep.
never forget the next game for the first play. The team other team let her come out there and get that one basket, and they took her out the game so she can either get 2,000 or break a record. I think it was to get 2,000 though. Keisha I used to love watching Keisha Sales play basketball.
Yeah, man. So, speaking of past basketball, do you have a favorite? I'm not gonna say superstar, but star that you like to play. Somebody who's not recognized, maybe globally, but maybe a diehard basketball fan.
Who I like to play, who I like to watch play. Oh man, it's a bunch of them, to be honest with you. You want me to? We going NBA or WNBA? We're like, where we going? We going men's,
We can
women?
go both. We can go
We do.
both.
We could go both. Men's. Somebody I like to watch play a lot. Who really don't get the pub he needs. Who I think is really nice. He's been an all-star. But I like watching Chris Middleton. I think his game real smooth. I think his game real smooth. He can get his shot off. He make it look easy, and I think a lot of people, they think they don't give him the credit he deserves. Him, and a player that was there that they let go in Milwaukee, Malcolm Brogdon.
Mm.
I like those because they could do, like they just solid. They real solid. You could, they may not be a superstar, but you can count on them. They'll hit a big bucket, they'll make a big play. They play defense and they don't back down. So I like.
I got one for you. Chris Middleton came from Detroit.
Okay.
He was not getting no PT here, man. He was like,
Yeah.
it's like, oh my goodness, I can't wait for them to break up Detroit. I just need them to start all over. So glad they got rid of Blake. What's his name? Christian Wood.
Okay, Houston. Okay.
Came from Detroit again.
Came from Detroit. Yeah. Yeah.
Detroit got this knack of letting go good players.
Yeah. But you got. Let's be honest though. Nobody expected Christian Woods to be this good.
No.
You feel me? I don't even think he knew he was this good. Because he didn't.
There's a couple of people in my circle like, watch out for Christian Wood. I'm like, okay, yeah. Watch out for Christian Wood. Yeah, okay. He's on Detroit. I don't care. So because this is when Detroit trying to rebuild. I'm like, just blow up the whole team. I mean, don't even let the parking lot attendant come in. Just start fresh. We're gonna start fresh. But Christian Wood started playing. I'm like, oh wait, whatchamacallit's not there no more? Andre Drummond? Oh, Christian Wood getting a go? Okay, I can see this going. Oh, Blake is out? Oh, Derrick Rose is out? Christian Wood going, Middleton going. We had a couple other people. Crap. I don't even watch the game no more because of them. I don't watch the local game because of them.
But yeah, Pistons, y'all was supposed to have I remember y'all had Greg Monroe and Andre Drummond.
Moose, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm sitting there like, yo, they gonna be dominant. And it just didn't never pan out. It didn't never pan out.
Yeah, he was the first one to go. He went to Milwaukee.
Went to Milwaukee. Yep. Word up. And I want to name a WNBA player. Now, just because I know people don't really, because sometimes when I talk about the LA Sparks, you know, Candace Parker not even there no more. She went home to the Chicago Sky this year. She gonna play for them this year. But a lot of times when you brought up the, especially in recent years, when you brought the LA Sparks, the first name people always thought about was Candace Parker. You know what I mean? And I used to be like, yo, she not even their best player no more. It hasn't been for the last few years. And it's Nneka Ogwumike. She's also the president of the women's of the WNBA Players Association. She won MVP 1 year, a few years ago. The year they won the title, I think that was 17. Like I just love her game. I love watching her play. Like she got like her hands. Like when she get that ball down there, like she not gonna miss. Like she not gonna miss. Her footwork is impeccable. Her footwork is impeccable. And then she could shoot the three. And then she could shoot the three. But when she get that ball down there, it's like she money. You know what I mean? Like she money. Like she could catch the basketball better than a lot of dudes in the NBA when they get tossed the ball like down there. Like she just find it. She just find it and she finish. You know what I mean? So like I always been a huge fan of hers. She was the main reason why I used to watch. It wasn't even Candace no more. It was to watch Nneka play.
Really? Oh, okay.
Huh?
Cause I know I said, oh, really? I fell off the WNBA the last, I want to say 3 years, just because of life stuff going on, not because I just like the game. They're not, like I said, we said before,
They're not
they're not
promoted.
promoted. They're not promoted right. It's like, oh wait, it's the summer. We should be watching WNBA game.
I be telling everybody, like for the past 6 or 7 years, like a lot of those stars that we was talking about early on, like they wouldn't be superstars in this era because the talent is so much richer now with these players. You know what I mean? Like I love Lisa Leslie. During her time, during her era, she was dominant, right? But she can't rock with when Candace came in, Candace showed she was, you know what I mean, better than Lisa Leslie. But Elena Deladon, Breonna Stewart, like
Tamika Catchings.
But they can't rock. They can't deal with Elena. They can't deal
Skylar
with Breonna
Diggins.
Stewart. Yeah. You feel me? You take a player like these players are so much more skilled and the game is so much better now. It's like, man, I be trying to get people to watch it. I be trying to get people to watch it. I be trying to.
I want to do it when my daughter gets a little more interested. She wants to start doing stuff now, but I'm not gonna push her. Just let it come to her naturally, like because she actually does play little basketball. Like she'll dribble the ball a little bit. You know, look, daddy, look. You know, like okay, that's cute. You know, I mean, I'm not gonna try to be that parent to force my daughter to love.
I do that with my daughter. I be having her out there. I be having her outside. My neighbors will tell you, practicing or dribbling up and down the street.
When she wants to, I want to teach her. Her mama can teach her too. Her mama plays, so no. When it's time, let her get her play in now. Because when it's time,
Yeah, because she like it. She like stuff like that. You know what I mean? She girly, but once it's time, like she like to be active. She like to be out there playing. You feel me? She like to get rough and tough too. But that's about it for the night, good people. I think we had we touched on some topics. We ain't really get into the games and stuff, but we definitely touched on some sports related topics. We talked about KD. We didn't talk about him coming back last night. Flawless. You feel me? Dude missed 23 games, came back with perfect from the field and limited minutes. Like
the way they playing, I don't even care about talking about them really. It's like watching Chicago go against the Washington Wizards. It's like back in '96, the 72.
Yeah,
I don't. just don't want to.
Ah, man, it's looking bad for the rest of the league. It's really looking bad. But there you all have it. Another episode of the Fans Perspective. You want to give out your info?
Yo, my name is Dame. You can catch me at No Level Up on Instagram and Agent D-Lo on Twitter, Agent Shinlo on Twitch, and Agent Shinlo on Xbox and PlayStation Network.
You already know who it is. It's your boy Smooth. You can catch me on Twitter, which I'm on the most at Trenton Groomie. You catch me on my blog at kingstruth.com and the King's Truth on Snap. I'm on there here and there. But you know what I mean, I'm checking everything out. Thank y'all for watching the Fans Perspective. Cop our merch. You know, we got you see what Dame's got. You feel me? We got the shirts, we got mugs, we got masks, we got all types of stuff, all types of hoodies, everything. You feel me? So check us out at teespring.com/stores/GFT radio. And check us out on all our platforms at gftradioshow.com. Catch us at GFT_radio on Twitter and Instagram, or at GFT Radio on Twitch and Facebook. Or you can join the conversation group at facebook.com/groups/GFT. Join the conversation. I think you should really do that because, you know what I mean, they be bugging in the join the conversation discussion group, you know what I mean? But y'all definitely should join it. So, you know what I mean? Until next time.
Fans Perspective.
The Fans Perspective.